So it didn't work. It all fell apart. Didn't turn out the way you wanted to? Get ready because disappointment's creeping in. So here, I'm going to train you on how to deal and cope with this disappointment so it does not ruin your day tomorrow. Okay, it didn't work out, did it? You know how this happens and then didn't turn out the way you wanted to. Your thoughts go crazy and those emotions come up and now you find yourself just diving into this weird pool of disappointment. Now, it's totally cool to be disappointed just for a while, but what happens is when disappointment starts to grow. Because when disappointment starts to grow, you are going to start having other problems. So how do you deal with disappointment? How do you get through this so it doesn't consume you for days and days and weeks? Because when disappointment gets too big, it's actually going to create more experiences to be disappointed about. It's a dangerous emotion when it's not managed very well. So my intention right now is to train you on how to work through this disappointment so it does not facilitate and create additional experiences that could keep you down. Because everybody experiences disappointment. I experience disappointment, you do, but how do we process it? Over the last 10 years of my life, if I had not learned how to process disappointment, it would have just smothered me. If you're an entrepreneur or a goal setter, or even a dad or a husband, you have experienced, so much disappointment. But if you can process it quickly, you can be right back up and get going. If you're somebody who's kind of dragging because it's really heavy on you, this is perfect for you. Now, another reason to pay attention to what I'm going to show you here is you're going to meet people who are stuck in disappointment. Like they literally, it's just like their feet are just stuck knee deep in the cesspool of disappointment and they can't get out. So if this isn't for you, watch it because you're going to be talking to somebody soon that's going to be struggling with this and you can help them. So get educated in this and help somebody out because it's not a good day when we're just stuck in disappointment. Okay, so what do you do first? Whenever you have a disappointing moment, instead of looking at everything that didn't work, which can just literally be endless, what you do is you turn the thinking to go literally, what did you learn from this? And you might be a little sarcastic at the beginning, where you say things like, I'll tell you what I learned. I'm never doing that again. At first it's a little sarcastic that's going to come out of you, but that's a good start. And even if you're kind of just throwing statements around like, I learned never to call that person again, or I learned never to do that, I learned to never have goals, let all that sarcastic kind of heat come out of you because you're still pointing yourself in a good direction. If you can start to talk this way, even if it's heated and not all really positive, you're turning your mind to look for what you've learned. That's when you turn disappointment into an experience that you're gonna gain from. And that's what it's all about. You're gonna have the emotion, but we gotta turn the head in the thinking into a better direction. So you start talking about what did you learn, and the next one is what did you gain? And you're probably gonna think, nothing. This totally fell apart, I gained nothing. But still keep asking yourself the question, what did you gain from this? Because there is something there. Edison, in his inventions, if he didn't look for what he gained, even if it was tiny bits of information, if he didn't look for what he gained, he would not have kept going. These are two reasons that if we can turn our head thinking this way, we can be the inventors. We can invent a life we've always wanted to live. So what did you learn? What did you gain? Next, you're going to ask yourself, what will you do next time? And while you're in the depth of disappointment is when you're literally the smartest about this. If you wait till you come up out of disappointment to figure out what you're going to do next time, you will have forgot all the sensitive things that just went wrong. When I'm in my disappointment slump, man, I'm writing in my journal like crazy of the things I'm going to do different next time. Because it's so apparent, you're so aware, you're so in tune to the mistake, you're actually becoming really smart. Because people not only want to know what to do in life, they also want to know what not to do. So you as a person, get smart right now. If you're in a place of learning what not to do, it's making you so smart for what to do next time. So start writing it down, make a list. Okay, next, what worked and what didn't work. What worked, what didn't work. And what I do is I draw a line right down the middle of the paper. Right down the middle of the paper, and I start making a list of what didn't work and what did work. And I sit there and bounce back and forth because your ideas and your thoughts during disappointment are just scrambled. But if you can begin to organize your thoughts, you start to come up and out of disappointment. Because now you're taking what worked and what didn't work, and instead of they all going ping pong back and forth in your head, you're creating two lists. Organize your thoughts on paper like this. It'll help you gain some balance and some self-control. Next, 5 lessons learned. You know, up here it's like, what did you learn? But I like to take it and go, okay, I'm gonna narrow this down to 5 lessons learned. If I can pull 5 super clear lessons learned from every disappointing situation that I've had, boy, I'm getting really smart along the way. So up here, these are the things that you want to take a look at of being able to change your thinking, but this is like the work. Make your list of what worked, what didn't work, and narrow it down to 5 lessons learned. Now, I have a file on my computer that I keep all my lessons learned on. Number 3, express yourself. If you're disappointed, say you're disappointed. If you're super disappointed, you may need to go for a walk and rant. Completely just complain and moan and groan and throw everybody under the bus during that conversation. But just be sure nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. You're not expressing yourself to trash on people right in front of you, but you do need to go for a walk and express everything that went wrong and who's driving you crazy and who didn't do their part and who dropped the ball, but express yourself. If you leave all that expression stuck in your chest, someday it's going to come out at the wrong time on the wrong person. And as long as you have that all gummed up inside you right here and you don't express it, what happens is you get to carry disappointment into tomorrow and into the next day. And because you're still holding on to it, it's going to stick with you. So number 3, and it is a have to, a must, to express yourself, but not to the people yet. You need to burn off some steam before you call them. And you know where people make their mistake? Is when they're really struggling and they're really disappointed about something, they get right on the phone and they just blast those people. And then what happens is you got yourself a mess. Why? Why do you need to unload all your emotions on somebody else? Are you just trying to destroy them? You're trying to like stab them in the chest with those emotions? You're just going to hurt them. What happened was some miscommunication. But you go burn off all your steam because some of that steam comes from old stinky experiences from years ago. It's not just this current situation. It's a bunch of old stuff all flying out at the same time. So don't go straight to the person and unload on them. Go for a walk, vent, talk out loud, rant out loud, clear it off your chest, get it off your shoulders, then go have the conversation with the person or the people or review the situation. But don't forget number 3. This is how I move and manage through disappointment. I'm not going to get stuck by it, and neither are you. No longer are you going to get stuck by disappointment. You can process it better now. You know what to do. But do something about it today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Handle it today. You'll sleep better tonight. You'll wake up with a better, fresh view about tomorrow. And this is perfect timing for you to click and watch this video today. Perfect timing. Take action. It's going to work for you. Hey, and also subscribe. You know this just helps you out, and you don't want to miss the other real life topics I'm sending to you, because I'm a lifestyle mentor, and I'm going to train you on what to pay attention to and what to adjust so you can continue to build the lifestyle you want. So subscribe, and I'll help you every step of the way.